Okay, so this is going to be my coming out story part two. I just want to make this one to my family and stuff. Okay, so I've been wanting to tell my family for a long time. Like, I wanted to tell them since like eighth grade. I wanted to, but then again, I didn't, because I didn't want things around the house to be weird. So I waited and waited and waited. And the other day, like, I just came up to them recently. The other day, I was in the bathroom getting ready, and I decided that, I'm just going to ask her because I had found out that my cousin, who was also gay, her dad and my mom had had a conversation like a year ago about me being gay. And so I went to her, she was in the kitchen, I was standing in the hallway, and I was like, I need to talk to you. And she said, about what? And I said, well, I heard that you and Uncle Rick had a conversation about me about a year ago. And she said, pertaining to what? And I was like, about me being gay. And she said, yeah. And I was like, well, I would just want to tell you officially that, yeah, I am gay. And she said, I know. I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew that shit. And then I apologized for my language because she doesn't like me to cuss, which is so annoying. But, anyways, and I was like, how long have you known? She said, I've known for years. I was like, what? And you didn't say anything? And she was like, well, I wouldn't ask your brother or sister if they were heterosexual. And I was like, well, I guess that makes sense. But I wish you would have said something earlier. And that whole ordeal happened. And then I left to pick up my brother and sister and take them to work. And I told them in the car, and they were like, well, duh. I was like, what? Shit! Did everybody know but me? And I was like, how long have you known? And they said, we've known forever. And my sister said, I've known since you dated that girl in high school. The only girl I dated in high school was freshman year. So she's known since freshman year, which was about 7 years ago. Oh my god, I'm old as dirt. But yeah. And so I told them, and that was all fine and good. And, no big deal. They're like, okay, fine, doesn't really matter. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad. I will tell you, though, my birthday it's in April, and it's February. So, I'll be 21. So, 2 years ago, April, on my birthday, I texted my mom, because I had decided that day, me and my cousin had been talking about it, and I had decided that I was going to tell her on my birthday. So I woke up, it was like 8 in the morning, and I texted her, because I had my own apartment then. And she said, or no, she didn't say anything. I texted her, and she never texted me back. So the day went on, and I got more and more nervous about what had happened. So I went over to my dad's house. I didn't tell him that day for some reason. And I went over there, and I spent my birthday with him, more or less. She called me at like 5:30 in the afternoon. Mind you, I am totally flipping shit right now. I am all kinds of freaked out. And she said, why didn't you call me today? I was like, I sent you a text, didn't you get it? She said, no. So, no, Jessie, this is my kitty Jessie. Mwah. Go ahead. So I was like, well, I text you. And she said, well, I didn't get it. I spent that entire day worrying for nothing. Worst birthday I've ever had. It was stupid. So, yeah, it went on and went on and went on. So I finally told her a couple days ago. And she's fine with it. It's cool. Now, the best part of it is, now I don't have to, like, when I'm watching TV, because I shout random things at the TV, I'll be like, oh my god, yes, I want that right now. Talking about something on TV, something stupid. And now I don't have to stifle myself when I see a fine piece on TV, and I'm like, fine piece alert. And things like that. Yeah, I don't, and I've noticed, like, it's weird, because it's not like a weight off my shoulders, like, I don't feel better as having told them, in the sense that it's not like, it's not like a weight off my shoulders or anything like that. It just makes it to where, I can, like I said, I can say that's a fine piece on TV or something like that. Or I don't have to, like, censor what I watch or what I say, because I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to watch these things. Like, I love RuPaul's Drag Race, but I didn't want to like watch that around her really because I didn't want her to get the idea. It's not that I care if she knows about gay things on TV or not, so much as it is I was trying to hide it and I didn't want anything to jeopardize it, which is why I'd always get tense around shows like that, or I would always get tense, damn it, Jesse, around things that, you know, had something to do like that, or friends that I would see when I was out with my mom, and, you know, worrying about what they would say. Now, I don't have to worry about any of that, and it's really great. I really enjoy not having that problem. So yeah, that's pretty much it about that. The story with my dad is a little different. He called me one day and said, I went over to his house. This is a while ago. Like, maybe a year? Somewhere around there. Something like that. I don't remember. I went over to his house because he called me. I was over there. He didn't call me. I went over there and we got to talking. And he said, your mom called me and said she was all freaking out, saying that she thought you were gay or something. Like, what are we going to do? And I was like, well, I never really said, you know, I'm gay. But he said, you know, it's whatever it is, it's what it is. I still love you. And I was like, cool. So I never really told him. I'm going to probably have to tell him soon. But the way I'll do it with him is I'll probably introduce him to a boyfriend if I ever get one. And he'll probably just be cool with it. My dad's really cool. But yeah, the only reason I didn't really want to tell my mom is because, you know, she said, and my brother and sister, they say they're all cool with it, but I'm fairly certain that once we get into like a huge argument or something, I'm going to be the faggot. And you know, the drunk man tells the truth, as does the angry man. When you're angry, you say what you really think. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah. So that's about it to my family. Everybody knows, more or less. My aunt and my uncle on my dad's side know. That's probably the closest family I have. All the other families I treat more like friends or someone. If they ask me, I'd be like, yeah, but I'm not gonna stifle myself around them so much because it really didn't matter to me what they thought. But yeah, so that's my coming out story to my family. Stick around for part 3 of my coming out story, which will probably be like how I would treat it with everybody else. Yeah. So subscribe. There should be a link somewhere. I don't really know where it goes. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.